Dude who killed Drakeo the Ruler, his name is Smiley from Jones. He's a Black P Stone. This is Mustard, DJ Mustard's right hand man. Mustard, yeah, I see you been keeping this, and all that shit. Stay away from that nigga. So let me give you all a little breakdown on Smiley. So Smiley was actually sentenced to life in prison before. And he also, was convicted of a murder. He beat it. The nigga beat it. And in jail, he was known, for wielding shit and being very good with a certain thing. You see what I'm saying? So if you go back to the video, you're going to see a short, stocky nigga. When you see Ralphie the Plug go up the kick, fake kick, and then he run, don't look at them running. You got to look over there, and you will see Drakeo catching the fade, and he get iced. You see what I'm saying? Well, that's the dude that iced him. Smiley from Jones. So, 100% fact stamp. Niggas from out there know. So, it ain't CK Chief, even though he was there. It ain't other dude, even though he was there. This is facts. Everybody know this shit. So, what really happened was, because y'all know I got to give y'all cliffhangers is, niggas knew Drakeo the Ruler was going to perform. You see what I'm saying? They knew. Drakeo kind of caused his own demise. So, Drakeo on the small stage performing, and he couldn't get in with a lot of people. He could only get in with like 10 people. Even though he was there with more, he could only get in with like 10, and Drakeo wasn't feeling that. YG was performing on the big stage. So he got in with a whole bunch of motherfuckers. And because of the security guard gloves, they was able to get in with knives and all type of shit. And, gloves was working his hand and all that shit. That's what ties back to YG. So, because of that, now it's already been shit brewing. You see what I'm saying? This was going to get the niggas nailed because it always been shit brewing. So, they performed at the fake Lil Rolling Loud shit. Drakeo the Ruler ended up seeing these niggas. Now, this is after Whack 100 got put on his ass by a young nigga. This after that. Drakeo the Ruler and his homies actually approached these niggas. Yeah, Drakeo the Ruler and his homies actually approached these niggas. So what? Don't hold Drakeo blood or nothing. But then all hell break loose. Y'all see what y'all see on camera. Drakeo the Ruler loses his life.
The murder of rapper Drakeo the Ruler has been unsolved until today. Because in this video, I'm revealing the name of the person who killed Drakeo the Ruler. I'm revealing the face of the person who killed Drakeo the Ruler.
Did you hear that? Flacco is claiming he's finally putting a face to the name. Datzhott is officially back, and we aren't starting slow. I'm Samantha Paul, and we're going to see if he's actually bringing the receipts today, or if this is just another headline. Let's get into it.
I'm breaking down in grave details how they were able to kill Drakeo the Ruler at a packed-out festival.
Chaos at a packed concert featuring rap legends like Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube. A person was stabbed and police have shut down the show.
Well, a man is reported dead after being stabbed at a concert in Exposition Park last night. TMZ is reporting the victim was rapper Drakeo the Ruler. It happened around 8:30 last night during the Once Upon a Time in LA Music Festival being held at the Bank of California Stadium.
A couple of days ago, I made a post where I announced I'm about to expose and reveal who killed a really famous LA rapper. A lot of famous LA rappers have died. I never said the name of who I was about to expose. But when that post went up, almost immediately, hit dogs began hollering. One of the hit dogs who's been hollering the loudest, trying to get me not to drop this video, is Inglewood Family Blood Munchie B, who Drakeo the Ruler famously dissed in his Inglewood diss when he says, "I just dropped 50 on a blind ninja, he ain't see it coming." He was talking about Munchie B. Munchie B thought that targeting me and my parents for something one of my relatives did would sway me from dropping this video. It didn't. Munchie would even make a threat that he wasn't done with me and he was gonna be at me every day if I dropped this video.
Frederick, your real name, you know what I'm saying? But whatever, Frederick, Jala. I'm gonna tell you why your name, that last name, on Inglewood Family.
Hold on. He just pivoted from a random festival brawl to a targeted hit by the Inglewood Family Bloods. Now, if Flacco is right, this wasn't just street beef. This was a coordinated move inside a major music festival. The question is, why are we just hearing this now? We're keeping count.
Inglewood Family. Any female need to run from the Jala last name. It ain't straight. On any resume, it ain't straight. I swear to God, bro. Flacco. I'm not done right here, bro. I'm on your bumper because you're a you's a horny frog, bro.
On Bloods, why this nigga so mad? Come on, Blood, I don't understand. Blood, why this nigga so mad? Swoop, whoop. Because I'm confused. All right. If you have nothing to do with Drakeo the Ruler's death, if you or your homies and Inglewood families have nothing to do with Drakeo the Ruler's death, then why are you going so hard trying to get me not to drop this video? Once that didn't work, another blood from Inglewood called Frosty the Snowman, who in my opinion was put up to this by Munchie B, called Adam22 and began to threaten Adam22 that if I drop this video exposing Drakeo the Ruler's killer, that they're gonna treat it as if no jumper dropped it. This is just age-old LA tactics.
This kind of content it's gonna get treated like no jumpers, the ones dropping that content.
Definitely.
Which he's right. On one hand, I think Flacco's totally within his right to expose whatever the he wants to say about an ongoing investigation. Because I mean, it's not any different than what happens in the real media world, where the New York Times, if they find out that there's an investigation going on into a alleged crime that Donald Trump committed, they are going to publish an article.
We've been dealing with LA bullies our entire life. The reason why they contacted Adam when them coming at my family and me didn't do anything is because they think, well, Flacco is associated with no jumper. So if Adam, can get scared, then maybe Adam will scare Flacco into not doing it. Or if Adam tells Flacco, hey man, if you drop it, your job is at risk, bro. Just again, LA bully tactics that didn't work, right? Because Adam isn't terrified, isn't scared. Nobody is scared of gangbangers anymore, blood. That's a fact. All right, gangbangers don't scare nobody. So, of course, none of it works. But I'm confused as to why Munchie B is going this hard because I'm in gang members' business. When Munchie B has kept me in gang members' business for as long as I known him. Somebody go ask Munchie B how me, a civilian from North Dakota, knows who shot and killed Rosemo in Inglewood. Go ask him. Just so the streets don't think I'm bluffing, I'm going to give the streets a hint of safe, something right now that only the streets would know that I know. That's the hint. Now, I would never reveal this information, but if Munchie B have kept me in the streets business for a long time, why is he all of a sudden mad that I'm doing street content? Is it because he's intimately involved with Drakeo the Ruler's death? See, I asked Munchie B this on the No Jumper show.
Again, from my perspective, if Munchie is saying he has nothing to do with that, then why Munchie B so invested that he's willing to diss me and go out the way to cause this much trouble?
Maybe in some. Hey, Flacco, hey. Hey, look.
Munchie B answer that question though.
He looking for a certain answer. I ain't gonna give it to him.
I feel like he's the only podcaster from Inglewood Family, so he feels like it's kind of on him.
So the families have something to do with that.
I don't know what you talk. What are we talking about, bro?
Okay, let's be real.
Ask my question again.
When it comes to Bloods, Munchie is obviously kind of it has always been at the forefront of the Drakeo versus the Bloods beef. So I feel like it's not really that surprising that Munchie ends up speaking on behalf of the other side of that, right?
I think like the
Munchie B has said he has nothing to do with that. The Bloods had nothing to do with that. Family had nothing to do with that. So again, if Munchie B and Inglewood families had nothing to do with that, then why is Munchie B so passionate about this and is causing this much trouble and dissing me over a potential video that don't even exist yet?
What was I trying to do, Munchie? Well, if Munchie B don't want to give the world an answer as to why he's so upset I'm doing this video, then I'll give the world the answer. The reason why Munchie B is so upset is because the person who killed Drakeo the Ruler, the person who took the knife and actually stabbed Drakeo the Ruler, well, that person is really close to Munchie B. But of course, I'm not saying anything new because Munchie B slipped up and said on Clubhouse that he passed a bottle to Drakeo the Ruler's killer almost every day.
No, man, Drakeo is dead, bro. What are we talking about? Don't make me disrespectful.
Hold on, homie.
Hey, bro, look. Hold on. Hey, you know Drakeo shit used to be on the table and ain't there no more, right? Hold on. You know Drakeo shit was on the table and ain't there no more, right?
Hold
on. You do know I did. I said Drakeo and his brother worked there on Friday. You know, on there every Tuesday, right? Shut your dumb ass up, bro. You sound, hey, bro. Hey, Drakeo is dead, bro. Hey, bro, the nigga that killed Drakeo, I passed the bottle back and forth to him all the time. What are we talking about? Bro, Drakeo is dead, bro. Drakeo is dead, bro. Why are you talking about that nigga?
Hey, bro, you heard what I just said, right?
Draco put 50 on a blind nigga and he's dead. Why are you talking about him?
Drakeo the Ruler ain't never did is long live the ruler forever. But I'm glad you said that.
Wait, did he just say they apologized and confirmed it? That's a massive claim to make on a public platform. Flacco is walking the dangerous line between reporting and detective work. Is this the justice Drakeo deserved, or is this just chasing a viral moment at the cost of the culture? Drop your take in the comments. We're just getting started.
Because it's time to expose which one of Munchie B's friends who killed Drakeo the Ruler that he passes the bottle to every day. And I'm also glad, Munchie, that you contacted the Crips to apologize for saying too much because your homie is responsible for other people's deaths. I'm glad you called and apologized and confirmed that your homie is the killer of Drakeo the Ruler.
Stop. A confirmed confession? Flacco is claiming the streets didn't just talk, they apologized. If this confirmation is real, we aren't looking at a mystery anymore. We're looking at a cover-up. The receipts are starting to burn.
I'm glad you did that, Munchie. I'm glad you were dumb enough to confess that your homie is the one who killed Drakeo the Ruler. Now, unfortunately for you, I got his identity, his name, and let's expose that right now. When Drakeo the Ruler was initially invited to the festival that he lost his life at, he was skeptical. He was reluctant to go. Because when you look at the flyer for the festival, YG was also set to perform. And obviously, Drakeo and the world was well aware that while YG was discussing Drakeo the Ruler on No Jumper, YG told Adam 22 that he's not doing no rap beef with Drakeo, right? Him and his dudes beef for real. And if it's beef, which it was with YG and Drakeo, him and his dudes is gonna come and get you. Drakeo understood that was a threat towards him, and that YG was publicly stating that they're gonna come and get Drakeo.
Like, people be knowing, like, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. I'm not finna be going out there doing no rap diss and shit. Cause, like, if it's smoke, it's really smoke with us. We ain't playing, you know? So, like, I'm gonna tell the homies the same shit, bro. I done told D3 that, like, we ain't doing none of that weird shit for nothing, for the rap. No, we not on none of that. We trying to make hits. We gonna move around, get rich, have fun. All that rap beef and all that shit, we not rap beefing, we really beefing. The homies gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we ain't even trying to do that. We chilling. We not on that. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what I tell the homies. That's what I tell the homies that my who I be with, that I hang with, you know what I'm saying? Like D3 young, bro, that's not cool. Like, we ain't doing none of that.
Right. It's kind of like a shortcut to like getting you a couple million views.
As reluctant as he was, Drakeo still agreed to come to the festival and perform for several reasons. A, he was being paid $50,000 to come and perform. And then two, Snoop Dogg personally called Drakeo and asked him to come to the festival and perform. Drakeo had love for Snoop, so he couldn't turn that down. And Drakeo also got assurance from people he respected like Wack 100, who told him that they will be there as well. So if he come early enough, they'll be able to link up with him and he will have some reinforcement. However, Drakeo the Ruler came super late and came after Wack 100 and his crew already left.
Reluctance. Drakeo had a hunch. He didn't want to be there, but the pressure of a legend like Snoop calling him out to the stadium overrode his gut. On Datzhott, we call that the legend's trap, where loyalty to the game gets you in the line of fire.
We was actually waiting on Drakeo to make sure he got in and out right, but shit, we waited on him an hour and something. You know, I had 100 tickets. I had 4 artists performing. I had Game, I had Blueface, Coyote, and True Car. So I told Nephew we was gonna wait up for him and make sure he got in and out of there right. But after holding Blue and holding Game and the team a whole hour, they was with it. And like, bro, we don't think he gonna show up, let's roll. I called his little brother and then was there early, about 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And you know, they was good. By the time we got to the Sprinter and got to the freeway, we got the call, he was dead.
Drakeo needed every one of those numbers to save his life because the plot to murder Drakeo was already in place by the time Drakeo got to the festival. Now, the reason why Draco was so late to the festival is because he had to make multiple stops before getting to the festival. So Draco and his security guard met up at his home in the hills. Draco and his security guard left his house in the hills and drove over to the Awful Lot of Call Center parking lot to link up with Ralphie, K7, Chief and Heavily, and others to then drive over to the festival. Before they started driving over to the festival, Draco had a conversation with everybody he was with.
Picture this: Los Angeles, December 18th, 2021. The city is electric. The festival is packed. Once upon a time in LA, a name that was supposed to feel like a celebration. For Drakeo the Ruler, it felt like something else entirely. He felt the eyes before he saw the faces. Backstage, the narrow corridors were already closing in. Then the shadows started to move. Not 2 people, not 10. A wall of bodies. 115 members of the Inglewood Family Bloods, moving as one, coordinated, calculated, and cold. Picture it through his eyes, the flashes of red, the bodies pressing in from every direction. His brother Ralphie the Plug screaming his name, trying to fight through a wall of people that had no business being backstage in the first place. No security, no exits, just the cold, bone-deep realization that the trap wasn't just set, it had already closed. In those final seconds when the steel met his skin, Drakeo wasn't just a rapper. He was a man who had survived a corrupt system, a rigged courtroom, and years of targeted prosecution, only to be taken out by a coordinated ambush that the city already had the name for. The streets know who held that knife. Flacco just made sure the internet knows too. And now, so do you. Datzhott is back, and we are just getting started.